three characters of Ramayana. As you all know, Hanumanji is my favorite character. I talk about Hanuman Chalisa a lot. I want to actually, because he is someone we all can look up to, whichever state we are in, whichever phase of life we are in. किसी भी पड़ाव पर हैं, किसी भी स्थान पर हैं, किसी भी जगह पर हैं, हमें हनुमान जी से सीखने को मिलता है. So when we talk about mental peace, when we talk about emotional equilibrium, when we talk about stress-free life, कहीं पर भी कोई संशय नहीं है. ऐसे व्यक्ति को ढूंढना हो तो हनुमान जी के अलावा और कोई दिखाई नहीं देता है, जिनको कहीं पर भी कोई संशय नहीं है, कहीं पर भी कोई डाउट नहीं है, कहीं पर भी कोई स्ट्रेस भी नहीं है. राइट? अच्छा, फिर साथ ही साथ आई वाज लुकिंग इनटू अदर कैरेक्टर्स एंड आई फाउंड वी शुड टॉक टुडे अबाउट हनुमान जी. वी शुड टॉक टुडे अबाउट another character called Bali. And third character which I want to introduce, he's already, you all know him, but I want to talk about him is Sugri. So these are all from the similar background, similar family, so that we don't have to like go to and fro to various chapters of Ramayana. So let's come to Kishkinda only directly. So where they are in Kishkinda, all the three characters are there. So my first story goes where I want to share that Hanumanji, because he is part of the ministers of this Bali's team. So now Hanumanji is very powerful and Bali is the most powerful. He is king of Kishkinda and he has a blessing. He has a boon from Brahmaji himself that nobody can defeat him. Koi unko hara hi nahi sakta hai, because he has a locket, a pendant. When he wears that pendant, nobody can defeat him because he receives the 50% power of that opponent. Okay, so this is Bali. So you know how powerful he can be. Hanumanji is also very powerful. He has the blessings from all the deities and all the devatas we all know. He might have forgotten for some time, but we know that he's very powerful. So this story is, which I want to share here, that once Bali, his habit is such, jaise you can relate it to very successful people, but they have that pride of their power. Mad mein aa jate hain. This is one of the klesha and one of the vikar, that we have that mad and matsare. What is mad? Mad is when you are drunk with the power. It can be power of money, it can be power of fame. So here he is drunk with the power of power. Shakti hai uske paas, strength hai uske paas. So once Hanumanji is just sitting and meditating, dhyan mein baithe hain, Bali comes and provokes him. Ki come, let's have a fight. And Hanumanji says, no, I'm not interested. I am busy in my meditation. I'm busy in my dhyan jap. I am not interested. But again and again, Bali provokes him, come, you are very weak. You don't want to have fight with me. You are scared of being defeated. So Hanumanji comes and he says, okay, I don't want to fight. But then he says, okay, I know why you don't want to fight, because you are scared. Not only you, your Isht is also scared. Even Ram cannot come in front of me because your Isht is also so scared of my power. Then to Hanumanji is really provoked now, because Ram ji ki to baat wo sun nahi sakte na, unke khilaf to wo kuch sunte nahi. So now he says, okay, let's fight tomorrow, because in those days they used to have protocols. ऐसा नहीं कि अभी झगड़ा किया तो अभी करना है. So they used to have protocols. After sunrise only they will start fighting, and after sunset, before sunset they will stop it. So okay, tomorrow we will fight. So the time was fixed. So in the night when Brahmaji comes to know that tomorrow Hanuman and Bali are going to have their fight, Brahmaji comes to Hanumanji, why you are doing this? 50% of your power will go to Bali and he will defeat you. You will lose. So Hanumanji says, he has actually provoked me. I didn't want to fight, but अभी राम जी का नाम लिया है तो मुझे कुछ तो करना पड़ेगा ना, जवाब देना पड़ेगा. He said, okay, I have another idea for you. What you do is keep 90% of your energy, of your power in the lotus feet of your Isht. Keep 10% with you and then go to meet Bali and fight with him. So this is what happens. He goes with 10% of his total power and then fights. Moment Hanumanji comes in front of Bali, Bali is trembling already because Hanumanji's power is 100 times any which way is better than him. Then Bali realizes that, oh my God, he is so powerful. I cannot defeat him. And ऐसे उनका अहंकार दूर हुआ. So this is the story to tell that we should have power, we should have Shakti, but we have to learn from Hanumanji how and where to use it. What should we do with the power? not to scare people, boast your energies. Bali used to show off to other people. He used to provoke people. Come, let's fight. And then this is the same thing which happens now. Arguments. बिना वजह घर में आप देखते हैं ना लड़ाई हो रही होती है. There are certain people in our lives. They will provoke you for no reason. And we give in. हम उनके साथ आर्ग्यू करने लग जाते हैं, बहस करते रहते हैं. So all these stories are telling us something. As Hanuman ji says, 90% शक्ति आप अपने इष्ट के पास रखो, अपनी साधना में रखो. 10% से आप दुनिया के साथ इंटरैक्ट करो. वो तो आपकी शक्ति लेने ही वाली है ना दुनिया. तो उनके साथ जब आप इंटरैक्ट करते हो या फिर उस शक्ति का इस्तेमाल किसी प्रोडक्टिव काम में करो. So this was a beautiful lesson which I thought I should share with all of you, that all of us, we are full of power, full of energy, connected with our source. But when we use it in, destructive purposes to show off to other people or to do something which is not useful for the society or for us, then we lose. Neha, how do you resonate with this?
Beautiful story, Dr. Anita. In fact, that gave me a thought, and which you said that even आज की डेट में हम करते हैं कि किसी को भी अपनी power, we give our power, because कोई चाहता है कि उनका energy ऐसा होता है to suck in the energy from someone else. They thrive on arguments. And one connection that I see of astrology with that is Mars. Mars is a planet which denotes our energy. It denotes, as far as our body is concerned, it denotes BP. So you know how it is, we see something on the net, or somebody provokes us and we say that our BP rises.
Yeah.
When our BP rises, really what happens is that our body releases stress hormones, which is known as cortisol, and that in turn creates anxiety. So for people I have seen who have a negative karmic registry with the Graha Mars, with the planet Mars, this is a very healing story for them, because it teaches us that how not to waste our energy just on provocation, to have a mind to see that my energy is sacred, just as Hanumanji did, that even though I know that I can defeat Bali in a go and I have my Isht ka Vardhan ka Ashirwad, but do I really need to engage? You see, so this is a question to balance out your Mars, which we might want to ask ourselves again and again, that is every battle my battle? Do I need to argue with everybody? Over a period of time, if we do see that we are preserving our energy and using it in a sacred way, with my people, I have seen that they're not so stressed out because they're not constantly angry. Second, their power remains with them. They are not provoked. They become almost like that lotus, wherein they observe it happening, but because they've created that brain aspect in them, that is this fight even mine? They live a very peaceful life. And not just that, they're able to conserve their energy, which is the Mars element. They're able to conserve their energy to really put it in those areas of life where it is required, where their energy is required, right? So which could be at office, it could be at work for the projects which require your energy. It could be your children. It could be areas such as these, which is where you need the energy to stay awake and alert. And that is how our brain gets trained to accept that this is what is right for me and this is not what is right for me. The other connection that I see with astrology is, you mentioned the character of Bali and that how he was a show off. So in astrology, what we generally see that people who have a Sun Rahu connection, or which means that they have to overexert their identity, maybe because they had, unfortunately, a childhood where they were not seen. Such are the people who overexert their identity, their power, because that's what they feed on. That's what makes them feel comfortable. But then the negative aspect of this is exactly the way it happened with Bali. Are you estimating or underestimating the power of your opposition? Especially in the day and age today, where opposition is everywhere. It could be on the net, it could be on, at a workplace. So again, if we just stay quiet for a while, which is again conserve our energy, which is Mars, and observe, and then we make a decision just as Hanumanji did under the guidance of Surya Dev, who is Ramji, right? Which is our soul. Do we ask our soul, which is Surya, that is this required for me? Then I think over a period of time, Dr. Anita and everybody, I've seen people making beautiful decisions. People dropping arguments which were not required, therefore they do not engage with negative people. You know how generally people say that I had this discussion and that left negativity with me and it carried on for those 2-3 days. I have seen people who conserve their energy, they do not have such a trouble because they are already disengaging from that which is negative. At the end of the day, it's our choice. So beautiful story, beautiful connection, doctor. That's what I wanted to share.
Yes, very, very beautifully you said that, sometimes people are not able to take a right decision, not able to have the right kind of activities or productivity in their lives because they are because they are actually
wasting their energy on things which do not require their attention.
Yes. So that is what. So that reminds me of another story.